Today we are having a chat with former alderman of the First District and pastor of
Judah Ministries.
okay,
Judah Ministries.
Reverend Keith Fair, Pastor Keith Fair. Been knowing you for a long time, Keith. Very much interested in kind of watch you in the political arena, and recently you was defeated. Just tell us something about how you feel now.
Well, you know, I leave the position empowered, and by empowered I mean I realized that there were some different different things that played a major part in this particular election, and I felt that basically the people didn't get out to vote. When we're sitting with a minority district, a major minority district, of 64% of the first district is minority. I felt that more people should have participated in the electoral process.
Let me ask you a question. I guess this is a question many people be asking you in the upcoming weeks. Do you have any plans to run again?
Well, like one of our favorite politicians in the city, Bob Turner, always said, never say never. And 2 years is a pretty good ways out, to be making a commitment in as far as that's concerned. But I do believe that somebody should run, and all else fails, if nobody else runs, then I would be forced to run.
What you think some of your achievements was that you can look back and feel proud about?
Well, being that the first district is the most diverse district in the city, and by diverse, meaning the district encompasses the richest of the rich and it encompasses the poorest of the poor. So the integration process of the district was something that had to be achieved. The alderman that preceded me and the alderman that was just elected focused on one thing, and he only focused on the condition of the downtown area. So one of the things I was able to accomplish was to integrate the district, bringing the downtown to the 6th Street, and then the 6th Street, and integrated it into the neighborhood.
Okay. What do you feel? Do you feel that you're just going to kind of sit back and get out of your involvement in the community? Are you going to stay focused and stay involved?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm having an ongoing dialogue with the governor's office, and we're talking about possibility of positions. Also I'm working on some community thing. We have the Joshua Glover Underground Railroad, and we need to continue to educate our kids as to their roots and their history. So the Joshua Glover Underground Railroad project, we're going to move forward with that, and it's a project that is a tourism educational tool, and it has 22 different sites throughout the city of Racine in Burlington. So we're working on that, and then there's some different things that I'm working on in the school system, the Walden school system, and in the community. I don't have a plan to go underground. I have a plan to still participate in the process. I'm still getting calls from people that are asking me to take care of their problems. Once you become an alderman, either you're there as an alderman, or either you're a former alderman, you still get the calls, and you can still impact the system.
Okay. One of the current situation, we just probably learned about it this Monday, was we don't know whether it's a drive-by or what, but had a youth about 12 years old that was gunned down and have unfortunately passed away from it. A couple of people was injured. How do you feel as we enter these summer months, and what do you have any idea of what this community could do to make a difference?
You know, the first and foremost is that people um, um, have to be proactive as opposed to reactive. And it's unfortunate that we always get reactive, and um, things like this have to happen before we galvanize and people of like minds come together.
Member of the church community, do do the church community have a role with our young people in trying to make a difference in this community? And what maybe that role be?
The church always has in history and always will have a role. Um, the church has to actively get involved in people's lives. Um, See, we can't just do the church thing. See, this church or this spiritual journey is a 24/7 walk. And we know from a church perspective that there are problems in the community that need to be addressed. They are problems that every church throughout this county and throughout the nation, they address all of these different problems. These are not new problems, and so we don't have to come up with new solutions. We just have to come up with the solutions to take care of the problems. And I think that we're having a hard time. We're having a hard time doing that.
And what would be your advice to young people as you're out there in the street doing your street ministry? As you talk to young people, what message do you try to give them?
One is a message of hope, and with the message of hope is that, see, you have to put yourself in position, and in the way that you can put, one of the ways that you can put yourself in position is you have to get your education. See, if you don't get your education, then you fall one step back. And it is hard to maintain a foundation. The structure of the family, the foundation of what has to be set for a young man or a young woman to grow. Positive seeds have to be planted in a young man's life, that they can be the best that they can possibly be. And we have to not dismiss people because they did something wrong. We have the highest, one of the highest incarceration rates in the state. Another thing is, and I just like to put this out and stuff to the minority community is, see, don't buy into the like the young people say, don't believe the hype. See, the white community would like you to believe, or like us to believe, that they're the only ones that can solve minority problems. But if we come together in the leadership of the minority community, if we come together on once again like minds with a like goal, and put all agendas aside, personal agendas aside, we can make a difference in this community.
Nice talking with you as always. Wish you luck in some of your endeavor. I know you recently started your security business, your private investigator business, your church. So we wish you well. Again, thank you for stopping by.